Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host. What's my name? Miss Ronnie. Today we have a very special guest. We have the Bishop from Philadelphia. Say hello to everyone.
Hey, what's up? Salute the whole indie crowd. Respect.
And we got my own name. We're going to start off with letting you tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your show and having me as a guest. I appreciate it. I love the content. Um, my name is Bishop. I'm an indie artist from Philly. I own an indie label, Husky Records LLC. I also have a merch line, Husky Gear, and I also have a sneaker line, Husky Footwear. Uh, and also have the publishing companies. So,
All right. So tell me, how long have you been an actual artist?
wow. The first deal I signed to an indie label in '93. I put out a single myself in '92, and then I got signed to a label, an indie label here in Philly in '93. Um, and of course, when you're a new artist, you don't know all the ins and outs of it. But it was just a one single deal.
Oh, don't.
I'm sorry.
Some old artists don't.
Oh yeah, it was one. And what bad with that situation was when it was time for me to do my next single, they wanted me to purposely sound like another artist, and I was like, I can't do that. And when you don't do what they want you to do, they label you as difficult. So
Who is they?
the label was called 4x4 Records out of Philly, and the owner,
Oh, no,
he,
no, no. When you say they, I just wonder who is they when they don't want you to do what? Who is they? I want you to explain who is they.
oh, I'm sorry, the industry, the powers that be. If
No,
you do,
I want you to tell them nobody.
no, I'm not telling on nobody, but what I'm saying is, in a lot of cases, if you don't play ball the way they want you to, then you know you can exit, or they want you to exit, and it don't have to always be on bad terms. But you know, when you come into this music thing as an artist, you better know your limitations. You better know what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do, because they will have you selling your soul. Once they know you can buy your soul, they'll pay for it over and over again. So you have to sometimes set standards and say, I appreciate the opportunity, but that's not my thing. So, and that's where I was at with it.
All right. Tell me about your latest single.
Oh, wow. You know what? The latest single I have out, actually, it drops June the 11th. I'm not sure when you're going to view this, you guys, but which is tomorrow in this case. Um, the single features a really great producer, singer, songwriter, a gentleman named Tone Jones. He's singing the hook. He produced the record. Uh, and Good Morning is a different. It's hip hop, but it's different, purposely. Um, and the
Is it
video on the
the
single will
song,
be
is it
available
the song
tomorrow.
that I listen to? Is it
Yes,
is it
ma'am.
the song that I listen to?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that song, and when I got ready to do the interview, I was excited about doing the interview because I wanted to ask you about the process in that song. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish telling
Okay.
everybody how great the people were that you worked with and everything, and then I want you to tell me about the process that it took to do that song.
Well, when I first heard that track, the moment it came on, me personally, when Tone let me hit, I fell in love with it from the gate. I wanted to write to it immediately. Um, and one reason why I chose to release this record in the summertime, it has a summertime feel to it. It smell like a barbecue to me. Like, you know what I mean? Smell like, where the barbecue at? You know what I mean? And it has good vibes, good feeling.
Look, if
And
somebody's pick that song up. Hey, Lays, I got something. I need you for to make a coleslaw flavored potato chip to go along with this song. We can talk about it.
There you go. There you go. So that's why I was at with it. I
So,
wanted to,
song right here that he got out. We need this song. You hear me, Lays? We need this song for the commercial background for the new chips, the coleslaw flavored Lay's potato chips for the summer. I'm
it would
plugging.
work.
I'm telling you, Lay's coleslaw flavored potato chips and this song for the commercial.
Yo, thank you for the plug. And you know what? That would actually really work. Like the
I
song,
know.
it would really work too. So, but and again, it's got that. It's one of those records that you can listen to with your mom around, with your kids, by yourself. I'm not cursing in the record. It's just a feel good record, and hopefully a little thought provoking. I try to always add content to my music, so hopefully it'll make you think also a little bit. So
Okay, so I want to ask you this question. I have discussed with different people and got their thoughts on it. And people always say that hip hop or rap is the only genre that has like an age limit on it. What are your thoughts on that?
agree. Listen, uh, it's funny you're talking to me about this because I was talking to my children about that, and I was telling them one day, look at how a person like Mick Jagger is revered in the rock world. Like they basically bow to this guy. And part of it is that the parents, those parents who love what they do, those artists, what they did, they pass it on to their children that, this guy, if it wasn't for Mick, then it would be, so and so and so and so. So it's like they're taught to almost respect these people. Whereas though with hip hop, it's like hip hop is, well, rap I should say is more like, what have you done for me lately? Like, what's your last single that you had out? You know what I mean? I don't care how good you was yesterday.
I
And
know what we've done in the last 5 years.
right, right. You know what I mean?
You went platinum 10 years ago. It don't matter if you went platinum 15 times 10 years ago. What have you done in the last 5 years? What have made you relevant today? How many followers do you have? How active are you on social media?
You talking about me? How many, am I active on social media? Or you
Those
just
are,
saying in general? That's
those
what
are
it
the
is
questions
today.
that they ask.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. They ask, and um, it's unfortunately it's not even about the music no more. It's more about how many followers do you have.
Popularity.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not knocking that, but there was a time when it was about the music. If you were, for example, the first time I heard a Doobie Brothers record, I thought they was brothers. I really did. But when I found out they wasn't, it didn't matter. It was good music. I could care less what color they was. You know what I mean? So it was just about the music, and now it's more about how many likes you got, how many followers. And I want to say something about that. I don't know if
Okay.
these artists understand that the powers that be would rather deal with you when you have a whole gang of followers because it's easier to sell content. So they don't have to do no work. They just got to take your product and put it out and say da 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 da, and you got a million followers. So even if 10% of those followers buy, the label really had to do no work because you did all the legwork, and then they're gonna take the publishing and take everything else from you. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what sometimes I think they're looking for more so than a really talented person. So
Okay, so that's gonna bring me to my next question. I asked this question to a couple of artists before, so I'm gonna ask you.
okay.
What have you considered a liability as an artist that you have corrected and made an asset?
Oh, Well, you know what? Reading and learning, and I'm still learning the business of music. Um, Learning how not to get jerked. That's one reason why I started the publishing companies, my own, and so that when I do my work, you can't steal it from me because I don't need you to publish it. I'll publish it through my own companies. And I learned that lesson from being robbed. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I tell indie artists the same thing that I'm no better than you. It's just that I'm willing to put the work in. I'm willing to read the books. I'm willing to be up 20 hours a day, to get to where I'm trying to get to. And that's the biggest thing.
I don't know about 20 hours a day. I need my beauty sleep.
Well, see, well, guess what? See, you're beautiful. I'm not. So I don't need a. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but you got to really put the grind in. It can't. The music can't just be great. Your hustle got to match it. So
Right. So tell me, what do you think about social media?
social media is good. It has its good points and it has its bad points. Um, Me myself, honestly speaking, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but I just really use social media myself to um, promote music, to let people hear new music, to promote my clothing brand, things of this nature. Uh, I think people, not purposely, but sometimes forget that you're on social media. So every little detail of your life, you don't really have to post. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my cousin came over. It's some shit, we dinner. It's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's one reason why I just kind of rather use it on the tip of for the business, for conducting business because it can get crazy sometimes.
Okay. So tell me about Husky Records.
Okay, well, Husky Records is oh wow, uh, that's everything to me. It was a dream of mine to actually start a legitimate legal company, and and I did. And again, I tell other artists the same thing. Nothing, nothing that is great is for free. It's not. You're gonna have to spend a couple of dollars to get things off the ground. You don't have to spend a million, but you're gonna have to spend some money. You gotta invest in yourself. That's the biggest thing. And Husky Records was an investment. Um, the clothing line, the sneaker line was an investment. These records I put out, shooting the videos, it's all investment. But at the end of the day, if you know you have a great product and you believe in yourself, you got to go forward and shout out. I always say to people, you want $1 million, but you don't want to put no money in to get that million. Like, it's
Where they do that at?
exactly. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're just going to wake up one day and boom. No, it don't work that way. So, um, but Husky Records is the foundation for everything in reference to the clothing line, the sneakers, the publishing. Uh, I
That's
wanted to
part
be
of.
self. I wanted to be self-contained.
Well, is there anything else that you want to add? Your social media handles, the best place to find you, where they can find your music at, any last minute story you want to give, anything? It's all
Yeah.
yours.
Well, again, I just thank you for having me on your platform, and I want to give a quick shout out uh, to Sam Rothstein. Because again, I really do watch your platform. That's how I know Sam was on it. Okay, that's the only way I can know. Um, but uh, I met Sam through production years ago, not face to face, but online, and it's just beautiful to see him on your show and to see he's still the same solid brother he was back then. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to see,
Austin
like,
Cruz
yo,
right now. He's doing great.
he a genuine dude. You know what I mean? He a humble dude, and he got some crazy fire production. So, hey Sam, I ain't seen you in a while. Respect, homie. I just want to say that to you, man. And indie artist, period. Like, this is the spot y'all need to be at. Like, I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, um, you can reach me on Facebook at Husky Records, on Instagram at Husky Records, and Twitter at Husky Records. Um, HuskyRecords.tv is my website. All information concerning me, the store, the merch store, the sneaker store, the video links, everything is at HuskyRecords.tv. HuskyRecords.tv. Visit me there and support indie artists. You know what I mean? So support indie music. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you having me today, love.
Oh, you're welcome. Y'all heard him. You can find him everywhere. You can find him on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's another one. I forgot it. YouTube. YouTube.
Right,
Just having a
YouTube.
day.
Right.
YouTube. And the podcast on all podcast platforms. We will be back next week. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate you, love.